You were not born to drift. You were not designed to react, complain, or wait for permission. Yet look around. Most people move through life unconsciously. They wake up tired. They blame circumstances. They surrender control before the day even begins. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Listen carefully. The difference between average and powerful is not talent. It is not luck. It is not background. It is habits. Not surface habits, not trendy routines, but deep internal codes that govern how a person thinks, decides, and acts under pressure. Weak people react. Effective people choose. When something goes wrong, the average mind asks, "Why is this happening to me?" The disciplined mind asks, "What can I control right now?" That question alone separates leaders from victims. Power begins the moment you accept full responsibility for your life. No excuses, no blame, no emotional drama, just ownership. Ownership is dangerous because once you take it, you lose the right to complain. But you gain something far more valuable: control. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control other people. You cannot control chaos. But you can control your response. And your response shapes your destiny. Most people live by impulse. They speak without thinking. They act without vision. They chase without direction. Effective individuals move differently. They pause. They observe. They decide based on principle, not emotion. Emotion is temporary. Principle is permanent. If your decisions are built on feelings, your life will collapse under pressure. If your decisions are built on discipline,
nothing can shake you. Understand this. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. Your daily patterns are writing your future right now. Look at your mornings. Look at your conversations. Look at your standards. That is your destiny in motion. Change the pattern and you change the outcome. But change requires awareness, and awareness requires silence. Turn off the noise. Step back from distraction. Ask yourself the hard question: am I living intentionally or automatically? Be honest, because denial is comfortable, but it is expensive. The world does not reward intention. It rewards execution. And execution begins with one powerful shift. From reaction to responsibility. If this message hits you, do not ignore it. Like this video. Subscribe now. Share it with someone who refuses to stay average. This is only the beginning.
Once you take responsibility, something uncomfortable happens. You see clearly. You see where you've been distracted, where you've been inconsistent, where you lowered your standards to protect your ego. Clarity is not comfortable, but it is powerful. Now comes the second shift. Stop living by mood. Start living by design. Average people wake up and ask, "How do I feel today?" Disciplined people wake up and ask, "What must be done?" Feelings fluctuate. Standards do not. If your actions depend on motivation, you will always be unstable. Motivation is emotional fuel, and emotion fades. But a standard is law. When you decide that excellence is your baseline, negotiation ends. You train when tired. You work when distracted. You stay calm when provoked. Not because it feels good, but because that is who you are. Understand something critical. Your identity controls your behavior. If you see yourself as ordinary, you will perform at an ordinary level. If you define yourself as disciplined, strategic, composed, your behavior will align. The mind always seeks consistency, with identity. So choose
your identity carefully. Most people focus on outcomes. Powerful individuals focus on alignment. They align daily actions with long-term vision. They think forward. Before making a decision, they ask, will this move me closer to who I am becoming? Not next week, not next month. Long-term. Vision is not fantasy. It is direction. Without direction, effort is wasted. You can work hard for years and still end up nowhere. Because motion without clarity is chaos. Effective people operate with intention. They define what success looks like before they pursue it. They reverse engineer their days around it. Every hour has purpose. Every commitment is filtered. If it does not serve the mission, it is removed. This requires courage. Because saying yes to everything is easy. Saying no requires strength. But focus is power. Scattered energy produces scattered results. Concentrated energy breaks limits. Now listen carefully. Time is not your enemy. Distraction is. You do not lack hours. You lack boundaries. Protect your attention like it is currency. Because it is. Where attention goes, life follows. And if your attention is owned by noise, comparison, and constant stimulation, your potential will suffocate quietly.
Silence builds strategy. Strategy builds execution. Execution builds results. Raise your standard. Guard your focus. Act with intention. If this message challenges you, good. Grace should feel uncomfortable. Now do not scroll away like the rest. Like this video. Subscribe. Share with someone who needs discipline, not comfort. Now we reach the line most people never cross. Consistency. Not intensity. Not hype. Not temporary discipline. Consistency when no one is watching. Consistency when results are invisible. Consistency when progress feels slow. This is where the weak retreat. Because the beginning is exciting. Change feels powerful at first. But repetition, silence, delayed reward, that requires a different level of character. Anyone can start. Few can continue. The world celebrates talent, but it bows to endurance. Understand this clearly. Your future is not decided in moments of inspiration. It is decided in moments of boredom. When the routine feels ordinary. When the effort feels unnoticed. When the reward is distant. That is the test. And most fail quietly. They negotiate with themselves. Just today. Just once. I'll restart tomorrow. Tomorrow is the most dangerous word in the language of failure. Because tomorrow never arrives. There is only now. Powerful individuals remove negotiation. They do not debate with weakness. They do not argue with destruction. They execute. Execution eliminates doubt. Each small kept promise builds internal trust. And internal trust is power. When you trust yourself, fear decreases. When you trust yourself, hesitation disappears. When you trust yourself, your presence changes. People feel it. Calm, controlled, unshaken. Not loud. Not emotional. Not desperate for validation. Just composed. That is real strength. The ability to remain centered when others panic. The ability to stay disciplined when others collapse. The ability to move strategically while others react emotionally. This is the end. It is not visible. It is not flashy. But it is lethal, because over time, small disciplined actions compound. One focused hour becomes mastery. One controlled reaction becomes leadership. One kept commitment becomes identity. Years later, people call it success. But they never saw the silent repetitions, the early mornings, the resisted temptations, the ignored distractions. They see the result. They never see the restraint. Restraint is power. Control is power. Direction is power. And you either build it daily or you lose it daily. There is no neutral. You are either sharpening your edge or dulling it. Choose carefully, because life does not pause while you decide. This is not about motivation anymore. This is about standard. This is about identity. This is about becoming the kind of person who does not break under pressure. If you made it to this point, you are not average. But watching is not enough. Act right now. Like this video, not later. Subscribe, not someday. Share this with someone who refuses weakness. And then close the distractions. And go execute. Your edge is built in silence. Now build it.